Hi guys, it's your friendly neighborhood yawning cat here, and we are back with the single mom LP, and we are in episode 12. And just in case you guys are wondering, Sandy is so happy and so excited after last night. She's still feeling flirty after, that titillating banter with Lawson, and she's just feeling like the happiest girl in the world because she has found, her perfect man who has made the perfect kind of decision to marry her and to sort of propose to her. He wants to have a family with her. He loves Annie. He wants a life together, and she couldn't feel any more happy. But she does feel like when it comes to Annie, she does need to brush up on her parenting skills just a little bit. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, of course, this is Parenthood LP. This is all about the single mom. It's not just because of the LP's theme. You see, the thing about the parenting skill is, nobody's just born with it, and nobody really just gets it when they have a child. Parenting skill is something that's very difficult to attain, and even, the best of parents make mistakes with their children, and they sometimes make decisions and do things that their kids might react really negatively to. And I think when it comes to Annie, she has been sort of a little bit conflicting, especially in the 10th episode. If you remember, we went down to the Bluffs. Kyle was there, who she, by the way, has a huge crush on. And Kyle was there, and she wasn't taking any of her mother's disciplining. She wasn't taking any of her comments, any of her feedback. She was just totally ignoring everything that her mother was telling her, and she was just being really negative about it. And I feel like that's not something that Sandy would approve of. And she understands that that's, if anybody's to blame, it's her. Obviously she did something wrong, and she realizes that. And so she's trying to brush up on her parenting skills just a tad bit. Because she really needs to try harder to be the best possible mom for her child, not keep, having these breakdowns where they sort of start fighting with one another simply because, one of them isn't quite feeling like it, I guess, or one of them isn't just having any of it. And I mean, I think it's because Annie has gotten really used to just having a lot of fun with her mom and a lot of fun with Kyle and her family members. And I feel like that gave her like the kind of childhood that's very carefree. Of course, she has some discipline and all that jazz, but primarily she is a kid that, tries to have fun and has a lot of fun because her mom wants her to sort of have this really carefree childhood. So once discipline comes into play, she's feeling a little bit defensive, and I guess she doesn't really want to listen because she's just used to her mom being like, I'm disappointed in you, but then they hug it off. And I feel like for Sandy, it's also a matter of how she's going to balance being her daughter's friend and being, a mother to her daughter. So all of those things taken into account, those are the sort of issues that our girls are dealing with today. Now, Sandy has made a couple of achievements when it comes to parenting skill because Annie's responsibility is arranged to earn the responsible trait. And I feel like that is probably one of the most exciting things because we finally have a character value that we can actually transfer into Annie's adulthood. And I would really love to see what that's going to be like. And I feel like in this parenting Let's Play, we don't necessarily have to stop with just one generation. You guys can be the judge of that. We could have Annie start a family with someone. We could have a lot of things, happen to these girls. It's just, a matter of what you guys and us together come up with. So Annie has gone to school, and Kengo Tanaka, Nanny Tanaka, is happy about, our engagement. And Sandy's definitely feeling like there's a lot of attention towards the engagement, but what she really, really, really needs to get doing is not just prep her parenting skills, guys, but get her, pardon my language, shit together with her parents. Now, she's not one of those people that is just going to get married, just right off the bat, gonna elope, gonna go to, Sim Vegas, and just gonna get hitched at an archway with freaking, Elvis Simply or whatever. It's not gonna happen. Not for Sandy. Sandy is a planner, and she has aspirations and she has standards. And she wants to be the girl that gets walked down the aisle by her dad, and that's the sort of thing that she wants. And I get it. Turned the cheat around. A teacher caught Annie looking at another student's test during class and sent her to the office. I'm sure it was a mistake. Let her retake the test. We'll have her retake the test, and it affected her conflict resolution. So there you go, guys. We just got a call from Annie's teacher, and oh my goodness, Annie got caught cheating. That's what I'm talking about. There's some things happening in the relationship and in Annie's life that is just, making all of these things happen in her life. And I'm not, saying that Annie's, a bad kid or whatever. No, gosh, no. She's a great kid and she's a great person in general. That's not the point. The point is, guys, Sandy expects a lot from Annie, and I think Annie has learned to expect a lot from herself. And that's why these two girls have to figure stuff out, and that's why we're here. But like I said, Sandy also has to do some thinking of her own when it comes to her own parents and her own relationship with her dad and her mom. So we've got a few things going on in this episode, that's for sure. And you know what? We're just gonna have Sandy search maybe for some posters, maybe not. I don't know, what would Sandy do right now when she's eating scrambled eggs and bacon? By the way, guys, I know I rage about scrambled eggs and bacon so much, and I said that, the store with with bacon is so far away and everything. But yesterday, me and my husband, we just went for it. We bought 3 packs of bacon, which for 2 people is like 3 breakfasts. But for one person, that would be like 6 mornings that you could eat scrambled eggs with bacon. Obviously, we don't do it that often because it's not that good. But then yesterday, we ate scrambled eggs and bacon for lunch, not for breakfast. So just like Sandy at around 1 p.m. And it was so good, so crispy and delicious. I mean, I'm sorry, but whoever says that food is not fun has not had good food. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have Sandy read a little bit of her book and have her clean up. And I think in this LP, I want to see kids soon. I mean, I do want her to get married. She would definitely not jump into parenting with Lawson just yet. I think she wants to feel the good part of their relationship, the good part of getting ready for the wedding. She doesn't need additional stress of, oh crap, I have to deal with my parents, Annie's tantrums, the wedding preparations, making sure that Lawson's happy, and also providing for a life growing in me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit too much to worry at once. So, since we can see that she still has a negative relationship with her mom, Pearl, and Frederick, her father, we are going to send a message, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking about sending a message to her sister, but we are going to get ourselves cleaned up first. And I feel like Sandy would definitely want to contact her sister, maybe meet her sister and talk about her wedding and the proposal, and just sort of start the conversation about the possibility of her parents being there and maybe them getting along for her wedding. So I want them to meet up someplace. And guys, I don't know if you would like to, but I'm thinking that Sandy and Lawson should probably move to a different place once they get married. Maybe before they get married. Maybe a different apartment. Who knows? But I do want them, to move in together. Maybe even a little bit earlier before they get married. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But I am just so excited for those two. And I'm just so excited for Annie and Sandy, and just both of these girls are growing right in front of me, and I just really, really love it. And oh my goodness, Annie brought Kyle after school, and that's so cute. Oh, but she has to sleep like stat because she's exhausted. So I guess we're not hanging out with Kyle that much. But Sandy is for sure going to read the little note that Annie left for her. If you don't remember, that's the note that Annie wrote for her mom, thanking her for being such an understanding and caring parent that trusts her, and that, just that respects her choices, that let her be alone at home, that let her go out with Kyle. It's a note from before the little spat that they had that basically tells her mom that she really, really, really cares for how much she cares for her. And I feel like Sandy's definitely happy about that, and she's just going to put that note in her wallet. It's going to carry it with her for the rest of her life. And we are here at the traveling wine van, and Sandy is standing here being like a little bit confused why her parents are here. Well, the thing is, Isla kind of got overheard. She sort of kind of sent a text to the wrong number. She was just going to confirm with Sandy that they're meeting at the traveling wine bar and that they are going to chat about her engagement, but she sent that message to her mother. And once Sandy's parents found out that she was going to get married and that she's engaged and that it's, Lawson and all that jazz, they couldn't stand the idea of not participating in that union. And so they had to tag along. They were like, you know what, that's it. Whatever things have been going on between us, we need to solve this issue. And so they're here. They're all just going to grab some wine at the wine bar. Obviously, they need to relax. And just as we freaking order, there's happy hour, as always. And Sandy is really just focused on getting a chat with her dad because, her dad is the one that is most negative when it comes to, her parents. So she's just going to boast about family. She's going to talk about how proud she is of Annie and how she's doing good in school and how she is just this greatest daughter that she could have ever hoped for, and how, in spite of everything that they said, that she wasn't going to be able to take care of her, and the fact that she isn't going to be able to raise a child all by herself, and etc., etc., all the BS that her father said before she got disowned. She's telling him that, all those things aside, I'm doing great and Annie's doing great and she's the freaking best daughter ever, and I am her mother. I am the one who did this. And he is just staring at her and imagining all the things that he could possibly say, but saying the right thing by just admitting that he's proud that his granddaughter has grown up this way, and he understands that, Sandy has actually done a great job, and he's really, really proud of her for that. And Sandy's surprised, so she's just sitting down by her dad, really nervous, sort of eyeing Isla from the corner of her eye, just sort of thinking about how she could have let this happen so suddenly, but at the same time being really glad that she sent the wrong, the right kind of message to the wrong person at the time, it seemed, and got these two talking. So she is going to talk to her dad some more. She's going to I don't know, guys. I want her to talk about something that she's interested in. So I guess we are going to talk about fashion. So she's going to talk about how she has, been really successful in getting through in the fashion industry, and how she's been doing really well at work. And her dad is just so proud. He's like, well, Sandy, I never expected you to fail. I always saw you as the daughter that is going to succeed in the really important things in life. You're getting engaged. You raised a child. You're still raising a child all by yourself while working, and you found a husband for yourself. There's nothing that you cannot do, and I really appreciate that. And I appreciate that you are here with me right now, and we can have a civilized chat. And Sandy is thinking about, like, what do you mean civilized chat? I'm not the one who can't have civilized chats. But, she's just smiling and just ignoring that little snark remark. Probably a leftover of his bad temper from yesteryear. And she's just looking at her dad, just really happy that he's here. She has always been a daddy's girl. She couldn't possibly live in a world without her dad. And her mother, she has always defended her out, and they both left. I think Isla and her mom both left. But Pearl has always been this defender, and she's just this really warm person. But her dad, he was the guy that she always wanted to impress. He was the man who taught her what it means to really have a strong man in your life who you can depend on. And I'm not just talking about romantic stuff. I mean, he has always been there for her when she needed his help, except for when she got pregnant out of wedlock. And I think he understands very well that he is at a wrong, and he's just explaining, like, I guess I acted like the machine that I always used to be, just with my own principles and little things. But Annie has come here, and Sandy has invited her over for just a short little visit with her grandpapa. Now that her mom and her dad are getting along, Annie is here to sort of hang out with her grandpa. And she's just like, Grandpa, I haven't seen you in so long. And she only remembers, seeing pictures of him before her mother threw them out. And she has heard her mother talk about, Grandpa and Grandma, and, your grandpa doesn't want to see me, and your grandma is defending her interests. And she has only heard about her grandpa for so long. But now, just like all the other kids in school, well, at least the ones that she has, at least the ones that she knows, she has a grandfather too, and he is just so cool, and he just wants to hang out with her, and he wants to hug her, and he's just the coolest, really. And I feel like this meeting right here, guys, is something that Sandy has wished for so long. She just really, really, truly needed to see her dad and her mom and just start conversation that is going to fix the relationship and just mend things that were broken. And I feel like that's precisely what Sandy needed to start planning her wedding, just like this breakthrough moment, and she got child support, that's great. And we've got bills. Great. Well, the child support could not have come at a better time. And I feel like for Sandy, it's like, how should I put this? I feel like she couldn't have possibly had a wedding without getting into good terms with her parents. She couldn't get married behind their back, and she wouldn't have ignored them. And she was sort of uncomfortable at the very beginning of this meeting that, her parents are just here. She didn't prepare. She didn't put on her good dress. She didn't do her hair super nice so that they would approve. She didn't really put in the effort that they would have expected from her before. She didn't give them, the high standard of Sandy, whoever. I've actually forgot her last name. Please don't kill me. So, she has forgotten. Oh, Medina. There we go. Sandy Medina. So she has warmed up to the idea that today is the day that they're getting back together. And she's just so happy. And she's just like, hi, Dad. Once again, while they're hugging, just telling him a hi because it's been so long since they've really hugged and connected and chatted. And I feel like this is just so, so amazing. And I don't think there's anything better in this episode than, this little episode right here of them hugging together. That's fatherly love. And we are going to see each other when she gets back home. And we are back in Chic Street, and Sandy is here. She's back, and she's tired, and, she's just tired but happy, just so very, very happy. And Annie is here getting some scrambled eggs and bacon, just being like, Mommy made it, I'm gonna eat it. And there's a butterfly toy, and I don't think it's ours, but let's just remember that Kyle is a kleptomaniac and he might as well have taken it from somebody else's home. And Sandy is going to cook up something, I guess. And we are going to make some, I don't know what I want. I think I'm going to make some ramen. So she's going to make some family-size ramen for the both of them. She wants to make something, cool and city-like. She wants her daughter to get the best yum-yums. And, I feel like that she just wants to show Annie that in spite of her, going out and doing her own thing, she's always going to come back and, cook some dinner and hang out with her daughter and just have those, at least a couple of hours in a day when she's with her child. And she is going to show her all of the love. And I feel like, Annie appreciates it so much. She's feeling so much emotional control right now, especially since she's playing with emotion, which is a really cool thing because it gets your fun up, I think. Well, no, not that much, but it gets your fun up a little bit, and it also gives you emotional control, which is an amazing way to do it. So there you go, guys, a little tip for you. And Sandy is gonna go pay the bills, and then she is going to do something. She's going to what did I want to do? I forgot. I seriously forgot. I guess we're going to write a little message, or we're going to chat with Lawson, because we are going to let him know that, we chatted to her parents and they're good with the wedding. They're good with everything. And, the wedding planning is on. And Lawson couldn't be happier. He's just like, whoa, yeah, lad, that's great, because I was waiting for you to get into good terms with whomever you needed to get into good terms with so that we could get this party started. And Sandy is just so, so glad. And the ramen is in the fridge. It's ready to yum yum on. And I guess she's just going to clean out some stuff and grab a serving of ramen, sit down next to her daughter, and she's going to chat to her. She's going to chat with her because we know English, don't we? And since we can't really encourage any of her behavior, we might as well influence her to do homework. So suggest, to Annie that she should be a responsible girl who does her homework. And I guess she's embarrassed. Is that an embarrassment thingamajig? Oh, because of the chopsticks. Okay, gotcha. I I just figured it was because of that, because eating with chopsticks for Sim in the beginning is very, very embarrassing, which is weird because I never thought it was embarrassing to not know how to eat with chopsticks. I just thought that it was a difficult thing and people would understand that it was. So we're going to have Sandy chat with Annie. We're going to help her with homework because it's one of those things that we actually need to do for our aspiration. And then afterwards, we're going to eat the ramen and we are going to probably gonna go to sleep. And Annie, I don't know what Annie needs to do, but Annie definitely needs to do some extra credit. Definitely needs to do some extra credit. And Sandy is going to maybe help her out, maybe not. Let's try. If Annie would just start doing it, it would be great. Please, where is it? No, don't go to sleep. Let us do something with Annie. Okay, we're going to help her with homework. Please, today would be nice. Thank you. Sometimes I don't understand how Sim's time can be so slow, but it is. So we're helping her out with some extra credit because Sandy read today in the book that it's very important to help children cope with, the stress of schoolwork and aid them in doing their schoolwork, because then they don't get discouraged and they know that they can always ask you for help if they don't understand something, which is great parenting indeed. And I feel like Sandy just feels so confident and proud of herself for being, this helper and for doing the right thing by Annie today and spending some quality time with her, aiding her with her schoolwork, and just in general, growing her skill in what it means to be a great parent. So I guess the girls are just going to take care of their needs and going to go to sleep. And guys, I really seriously want to just thank you so, so much for watching. I mean, I'm just going to give another little shout out to Major Fox's. Girl, you are catching up with, once you watch this episode, you're going to have a great little surprise waiting for you. And I just really want to give a shout out to you because you are a very positive and cool person and you make me happy. And I encourage all of you guys to leave some positivity or some comments, or just, you can just write one word that describes what you feel when you either hear my voice, which might be annoying, that can happen, or you can write one word that describes what you feel or think when you watch this LP and when you watch maybe when you see Sandy, which can definitely be hot. That Mamacita is slaying in. It could be, an idea that you get in your head when you see Annie and you're like, please get together with Kyle. Kyle can be a word that you write in the comments as well. Just, I'm encouraging you to chat in the comments with me amongst each other. And if you like this video, click the like button down below. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, then please do, because we have fun here. And we're super positive and super amazing and super excited about everything. So thank you so, so much for watching. You guys mean so much to me. I know that you know that. So thank you yet again, and I will see you soon. Bye!